This is my second podcast following a recent eye opening trip where I went to the Midwest and I got to talk to a lot of people and people who didn't know who I was. In different age groups, I talked to people a lot older and a lot younger. And one thing I found that I want to share with you that may give you some inspiration in a weird way is that everybody is struggling. Now, you might think, whoa, whoa, why are you hitting me with that? Why are you saying everybody is struggling? How's that supposed to be good? Here's the thing. Everybody has something that's a major challenge in their life, including you and me as well. We all do. But what I noticed is that, there's nobody that is trouble free. There's nobody that has it all figured out. The difference is the way people handle the challenges and the struggles that afflict everyone. In other words, the positive upside to this is that if you wake up each day and you think that you're having struggles in your life, and you are, no doubt, we all are, and it's difficult, it's challenging, something's not turning out right, don't think that you're alone. And secondly, have an understanding that you can come through, you can make it through it depending on how you handle things that go wrong. And one of the big solutions to this is being able to manage stress with adaptability or resilience. And believe it or not, a lot of that comes back to food. Now, I know that family is important, and I know that community is important. And people who have strong families, strong communities, or even strong church relationships tend to do better in these kinds of situations. But food is key because food settles your nervous system. Food, the right food, superfoods and healing foods, tell your body that life is okay, that you're getting enough nutrition, you're getting the right minerals, you're getting the macronutrients that you need. When you have the right foods and the right nutrients, your body is able to handle stresses much better than somebody who doesn't have them. And plus, as a bonus, when you're eating in a healthy way, it means you don't get those additional disease insults. You're not eating cancer, for example, like a lot of people are because they're eating junk foods and toxic cancer-causing ingredients like processed meat, for example. Disease is a blow to your lifestyle. Disease is a major challenge to overcome. So if you're avoiding the causes of disease in the first place by eating healthy and eating anti-cancer foods and eating heart healthy foods and eating superfoods, then you're going to do much better, not just in terms of your biology, but also in terms of your mental state because you're not having to deal with that issue. Now, most of the people that I ran into and talked with were having issues with family members. So either their children were ungrateful, horrible people. I've heard that, or their parents or siblings were problematic and difficult to deal with, or there were disagreements, or even many years apart in some cases. I mean, people were telling me all kinds of stories. One man told me that his children didn't even come visit him when he had open heart surgery. That's how distant he was from his children. And I thought, wow, that's just stunning. It's like they don't even remember that you changed their diapers when they were babies or something. He's like, yeah, they just totally ungrateful. And another person told me that taking care of her elderly father was the most difficult thing in her life because her father had become senile and could not remember who anybody was. And to lose that ability to connect with her father was devastating to her. And I heard many stories like this, and frankly, not a lot of happy stories. People are struggling out there. People are dealing with things that, I mean, it seems to me, at least in this experience, it seems like people are struggling with more things today than I can ever remember them struggling with. I don't remember adults saying life was this hard, a generation ago. Maybe it was, maybe this is just a distortion that I'm seeing, but I get the sense that life is way more challenging for a lot more people today than it ever has been. And maybe you agree with that. Maybe you're facing challenges as well. So the upshot of all this is kind of a short podcast, not going to discuss every issue here, But the upshot is that, number one, you're not alone. If you're having struggles in your life, you're not alone. If your kids are ungrateful, you're not alone. If your parents are difficult to take care of and deal with, you're not alone. If you feel depressed at times, you're not alone. There are millions of people like you struggling with similar things. Millions of people. And what matters is being able to make it through these challenges. And eating the right food and eating the right superfoods and having the right nutrition and minerals makes so much difference. It just eases the load. I mean, imagine a life where you have less inflammation, less chronic pain, where you have better moods, where you have better sleep, where you have, just everything physical in your life is better when you have good nutrition. It makes everything else that you have to deal with so much easier, because it's not easy to deal with kids or parents or grandparents or siblings or a stroke or open heart surgery or all these things. None of them are easy, but you make it a little bit easier by having good nutrition, superfoods, organics, all the healthy things that support your body and your mind at the same time. And that's the takeaway lesson from all this. In fact, I think I'm going to put together a course. This trip inspired me to put together a new nutrition course that just covers the basics, because I found so many people lacking in the basics of nutrition that I take for granted every day. It's just common sense to me. Like, hey, don't eat MSG. Don't eat trans fatty acids. But to a lot of people, that's almost alien information. So I'm going to put together, I believe, a new course that just covers the basics for people who don't yet know all this information. So I'll keep you posted on that. You can hear more of my podcasts or watch the videos at vimeo.com/healthranger or read my website at naturalnews.com. And you can hear my podcast at healthrangerreport.com. Thank you for listening. Share this everywhere where you think it might help people. And stay tuned for more podcasts. There's a lot more coming.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.